Hello team, very good evening. This side Makshood and I'm corporate trainer. All right, so this session is based on Selenium with Python only. Okay, it
Okay.
is a demo session. So I would like to share all the details of the training part, and we will see how we can implement the examples and how we can combine Python with Selenium throughout the training. So the session will be based on it. So if you allow me, let's get started. Can I share my laptop? It is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you can see here today we are going to talk about the course of Selenium with Python, and my name is Makshood Kukashwadia, and I have been working since last more than 10 years in the same field. I have started my career as manual tester, and now since last 6+ years, I have been working in automation, and I have been training and giving the training in multiple MNCs. So here I can just give the brief introduction of myself. So here you can see my name is Makshud Kukashwade. I have been working as corporate software testing trainer. Currently, I'm working in Cognizant, and I spent more than 10 years in the field of software testing, and come across with multiple projects with the domain like insurance, e-commerce, healthcare, etc. I trained freshers in various IT companies like Infosys, Cognizant, and CGI. I have given just few names, but as throughout the 10 years, I have given and trained multiple employees from multiple companies. So I have been working with automation and utilizing the technologies such as Selenium with Java, Selenium with Python, and Selenium with C Sharp. I have also been working with the advanced technology like we are having continuous integration and delivery uh, tool like Jenkins. We have been working with API testing and Cucumber. I certified by prominent organization in the field of software testing such as Automation Test University and University of Minnesota, etc. Right. So this is the brief introduction about myself. Now let's move on to the overview of the syllabus which Heretical Technology has given in their official site. So throughout the training of Selenium Python, we will cover up all the major automation concept implemented with example, and not directly we will engage with the programming in automation. First we will learn the basic concept of Python, and once we are getting the idea how to write the code in Python, what is the main objectives of Python and how many usage of Python practically in programming, that we will see at basic level in the initial phase of programming language like Python. So in which we emphasized and we will discuss more in detail in the session. Also, I will provide the hands-on for practice to implement the specific kinds of problem, and that you have to solve while implementing the particular program. Inside the syllabus, we are having frameworks such as data-driven testing, page object model, and nowadays most of the companies are working with PyTest. So PyTest is a framework that will be used while you are engaging and working with the Selenium automation tool. After a while that we will discuss about the advanced concept of Python. Like we will embed with the object oriented programming using Python. Then after we will also add the advanced concept to implement with the automation. All right, so this is the basic overview of the syllabus. Now I'm going to move on with the introduction part. Here are the key concept of Python which we will cover in the first or second week of Python, starting introduction part. So basics we will cover, then after installation and the configuration of Python, and what are the data types, variables, operators. IO means basic input output operations for to read and write the data from specific files, and declaration of variables. Python programming we will discuss with the flow control, decision making statement, a looping statement, control structure, and break and continue we will see. with the examples. So then we will check with the list. Okay, list is like a data type available in Python. So most of the companies are while writing the code, and if you are working as a Python developer, you must have the basic idea about the list. And the list is nothing but you are storing some data in a list, and then you are retrieving the data in specific manner. So you will perform few basic operations over the data, like to add the data, to search the data, or you can delete the data. Also you can work with the string. So that we'll see in the session. So here I'm just giving you the overview about this. Then we will see about dictionaries, basic difference between list and the dictionaries, how we can utilize the work of dictionaries practically along with the dictionary. That will be few examples we will check in the session. Tuples, here are the advanced concept which contains file handling, exception handling, and few import or the module functions you can utilize in Python programming language. So this will be advanced concept. And then after we will be shifting to Selenium community. As you know, nowadays companies are hiring most of the automation test engineers. So if you are having the basic knowledge of any programming language such as Java or Python, you can easily embed, or you can easily understand the flow of the automation tool, because the main 70%, or we can say 60% work is of programming language, and 40% work is of automation, like automation tool Selenium. Okay, so here I'll start from the basic of Selenium. We are working with the Selenium WebDriver. Rest of the three, right? Selenium IDE, Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, and Selenium Grid. Total four tools are available in the market, but both all the tools are considered as a community, Selenium community. So we will discuss the component of all the Selenium community, like IDE, Selenium WebDriver, Advanced Selenium WebDriver, and Selenium Grid. But here we are working with Selenium WebDriver nowadays because we are trying to automate and interact with the browser for automate the web-based application. So we have to work with the Selenium WebDriver because it is supported to multiple browsers. It is supported to multiple programming languages and multiple operating systems as well. So we will most of the companies are also giving the priority to a person who has an advanced skill in Selenium WebDriver. So their work will be mitigate, so they will easily convert manual test cases into automation. So this will we will discuss in our upcoming sessions. And Selenium Grid is a newly specified technology nowadays. A few companies are facing some compatibility issues with the product. Therefore, they have created a centralized system, and it is supported to Selenium Grid. So most of the test engineers are not having the same system. So all the test cases are coming from different operating systems. So they're stored in Selenium Grid. So the work will be easier for each and every test engineer, so they can get the expected result without getting any compatibility issues. Therefore, we will use here Selenium Grid. Apart from Selenium Grid or Selenium community, we are having a concept called automation framework. All right, so let's try to discuss the thing, because experienced people are, it is mandatory to shift to the upgraded technology. Without that thing, they will not stay for long in the same organization. They have to improve themselves day by day. And now new technologies are coming. Now robot framework is also coming, and few new frameworks, as I said, Cucumber, BDD frameworks are now coming in the market, and most of the testers are working on this same framework. So as a experienced person, you have to upgrade your skills. And so therefore we are just getting the idea of the syllabus, which thing we can implement practically for our improvement. So here you can see we are having the most important part is automation framework. If you are putting your profile as experienced, so you just have to add the automation framework. Okay, probably you are having 5 years or 6 years of experience as a manual tester, but if you are trying to shift to the other organization or other company, you have to put at least two or one or two projects in your resume as automation tester, because manual tester will not directly work in other areas as automation test engineer. So if he has prior knowledge and he has been working in a project for at least 1.5 year or for at least 8 or 6 months, so he can be eligible for to attend the interview for automation profile, automation engineer profile. So framework is mandatory, okay, for experience. But if you are learning and you are completing the course, that's okay. But if you are real time, if you are going through the automation profile, you just have to add the project and you have to add everything in automation framework. So in our session, we will discuss about data-driven testing, even modular-driven, keyword-driven now in the market, and hybrid model is also there. It's up to the company, on which model they are working. But I will try to implement data-driven, modular, and hybrid, because if you complete this one, you can easily understand the keyword-driven framework. Sometimes what will happen, company has their own framework, it is already created. You just have to utilize and understand the process of this particular tool or the framework. But as general point of view, as a test engineer, you will have the basic idea of the development of the framework, because here we are having few well organized structure that we have to follow and implement while building the project. Okay, so here we are having page object model, then PyTest and PyUnit test. PyUnit generally implemented by developer, but as initial phase, we have to understand how PyTest plugin is working and framework is working in PyCharm. ID will implement. So how to implement reading and writing data from Excel sheet, hands-on and live project. Okay, so this will be the automation framework. And meantime, once I start framework, I will provide you some intermediate level of hands-on that you have to complete. And we are working in a company, so obviously the hands-on will be like developed in the same manner. So you will face some problems while complete that hands-on, but you have to try, because it will help you for to crack the interview if they have mentioned the automation profile or the requirement. So you have to go on through that. Then after live project, as in the syllabus they have mentioned two projects. One project I will discuss in the session, and second project I will share the requirement. This requirement you have to implement by yourself, because everything I have done in the first project, you just have to improve and add the correct way of execution in that other project. All right, so we will see in the session. So here now, what is the importance of the technology? As you all know that if you are working in IT, so you are having the basic idea that now technology is improving, right? So we have to upgrade ourselves. So we cannot, as a manual tester, you have faced that it is a quite monotonous task, because even most of the testers are even new freshers who join the company. They are having dreams in their eyes, so they always think that I will do best, I will work hard. But as a manual tester, they are working for 2 months, 3 months, they are working on the same project and same process they are executing. So sometimes it becomes monotonous task, and they timid for this process. And for to mitigate these kinds of errors and generate the execution part automatically, we have to shift to the other upgraded technology. So here we are getting the support for to make more efficient test building and implement a less amount of code, because as a manual tester we are creating sheet, we are preparing the test plan, we are writing test cases, test scenarios, RTM, defect report, everything we can write. But now in automation, whatever we have implemented in manual testing in Excel sheet, we need to convert into script, right? So we are having IDEs, which gives us a platform to write the script and execute our test cases, right? And in manual testing, we generate the report manually, while in new technology, we are generate the test report automatically, and it confirms that the test cases which we have written are following the expected result or not. So these are the importance of technology and advantages and disadvantages of automation. I have not covered up here disadvantages because at least, okay, 10 years is fixed for automation. Now new improvements are coming out in the market. In automation, few companies, or we can say uh, few industry hunches had added AI in software testing. So in Selenium, there is also a scope of artificial intelligence. So once it will be added, we will discuss in our upcoming sessions. But now it is also improved. So 10 years is fixed for automation. So you can secure your career if you want to, build your career in IT, and especially in software testing. And as we are having a tag of automation test engineer, so we just have to, implement the process correctly. So the advantages are it is consume less time, easy to adopt, customer satisfaction, increase the coverage area. It is very cost effective and efficiency testing. So here are the few basic advantages I have covered up, and these are common advantages for automation process. Now differentiator from other parallel technology in the market. Our course is of Selenium with Python, right? But here there is another tool in the market, and the name is QTP. TCS or any other company, most of the big companies are also working with that tool, but they are not uh, getting the correct aspects for this tool. But they are hiring and they are having some test engineers who can work on this tool. So here we are having an option called QTP. So in the market, we are having two major tool for for functional testing. Yeah, we are working with manual testing, so we are just checking the functionality of the application, whether it is working and behaving as per the customer's requirement or not. Same QTP and Selenium is doing. These are functional testing tools. But here we are having, why we have not chosen QTP, because QTP is commercial tool, whereas Selenium is open source. QTP supports only a single browser like Chrome, whereas Selenium support multiple browsers. QTP supports single operating system, whereas Selenium supports multiple operating system. QTP writes code only in VB whereas Selenium allows multiple programming languages to write the code like Java, Python, C Sharp, etc. So in parallel technology, we are having diversion. So we can choose here open source, and it is demanded for the industry, right? That's why we are using here Selenium tool instead of implementing QTP. Now here, after completion of Selenium with Python, what are the job opportunities? See here, I have mentioned the statistics. Okay, every year MNC companies announce recruitment with various position for manual tester and automation tester, or we can say QA. The data is I have captured from the official site of Ambition Box and Indeed.com. So you can see here for automation test engineer, the numbers will be changed if the site is updated. So here I have just marked the things and getting the data from 15 August 2022. According to Indeed.com, they have given total requirement 16,000. Okay, and as a automation test engine, we are having 1,226. But make sure that you are having the experience, right? Then after you will be shift your career in automation. In IT industry is growing, and to improve in production quality, they have require QA and quality engineers. Quality must for every company, right? Without quality, company would not be survive, because it is some service based company are providing the proper output to the customer, and this opportunity we have to implement, right, in the designation in the position of quality analyst or quality engineer. Move on to the next. How long the particular technology in the market? As I said, next 10 years for sure, as there is no other competitor in the market, so IT company does not have multiple options. So growing through automation will maybe help to secure your career in software testing field. Apart from this, you can upgrade and improve your skill to make your career more stable and firm. Right. So this is the basic overview. The survival, you can fix your career for 10 years if you have improved your skill in automation. Move on to that future of technology for next 5 to 10 years. I have already given the idea about this. There is no any pending technology in the queue beside automation. So hiring process is going swiftly for freshers and experience. Automation testing will also be integrated with AI and machine learning. For sure, it would be an advantage for QA and testers. So I have already given the basic information regarding the AI and machine learning. It will be integrated soon. It is already integrated, and there are few things has already been added in automation. So we'll discuss in our upcoming sessions. I will conduct that. Now, similar competitors of that particular technology here, new tool released in the market, but as they are not getting attention by the IT industry. Similar tools are there, but Selenium having more advantages, so it is the first choice for the company. Combination with multiple programming languages in Selenium that make difference over all the competitive tools which available in the market. So here we have done the basic technology information. Now how many certifications are there? If you hold the certificates, like for getting the improvement that you are working as this, so here we are having ISTQB foundation level and automation level certifications. And for Selenium or any other technology certificate you want to get, you can use Lambda certifications, and both the link I have shared here. One is istqb.org and lambdatest.com. Apart from this, here we are having frequently asked questions. The one question I received is duration of this course. Around, you can say, 2 months, or it will take more time if we are having 1 hour session for weekdays. But if we are having 2 hour session in weekends, that also be affected. Did you provide questions for interview? Yes, we do. And for this course, IT background is required. No, any non-IT can also join. And who wants to shift their career in IT can choose this course, right? So here is the basic information I have covered. Still, you have any doubt or question, you can ask in chat box so I can give you the answer.
Do we get placement assistance after the course? Because I want to switch to automation, but as I do not have experience in automation, it's getting some difficulties to get jobs or to even
Yes, yes,
interview.
yes. Yes, you will get placement assistant till 1 year. It will be as per requirement of the companies. Don't worry.
Okay.
So can we conclude session, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, team. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great evening.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.